guys, it is Fun Day Sunday. So I'm working on the Model A, of course. And, you know, I didn't get much time in it last week. You remember I had all the rain coming in. So, anyway, I only had I think I got 4 hours on it last Sunday. But today we'll see if we can get a bit longer. It's 10 o'clock here on a Sunday and I'm going to get going on it. So remember we left off with the dash. This is pretty much going to be a boring video. I'm warning you right now. There's no way I'm going to get this dash done today either. It takes time. A buddy of mine, Dan, he was telling me when he was working on his Model A, he was building the dash for his car, and he says, fuck, because I was building that dash for a month, man. So, and he's right, it takes that much time. You got to cut it, weld it, section it, and then once you get all cut, welded, sectioned, and put together and fitting in the car, then you got to recut it to fit all your gauges and how you want to set it up. So anyway, here we go, we're back on the dash. So here it is right here. Now, I don't know, I quickly have just tacked this piece of metal on here. Okay, with a couple tacks. What I'm doing is, if you remember we left off, I had the dash all cut down. This end is perfectly fine, that's why I kind of welded her up. This end here I welded up, here it's fine. Here, I've kind of left it at the moment because I don't know, but I was able to leave the full glove box. Now some people would have left the center section, let me set this down, how can I set this so you can see? Probably not going to stand up. Alright, well that's sort of standing up. Some people would have left this section a little longer, more room for more stuff, and shorten the glove box. I just didn't want to do that because, like I said, it's a Model A and there's no bloody storage in these cars. So if I can retain the stock glove box, I love it. The more storage, the better, because I want to use this car and go on some trips with it, you know? So I haven't quite welded that up yet because I don't know where I'm at there, but I tacked this on to see how this is going to go, because then that tells me what I got to cut out here. So I got to cut this section out, because you can't leave it, because if you leave it, then when you go to drill through the front to put your holes in for your gauges, you're going to be coming through all this shit here. So this side is perfectly fine. Don't care about it. The only thing I'm putting over here is going to end up going right here, coming through, and it's a headlight switch. So I'm all good. This is my instrument cluster. Good. This I got to get rid of. So I'm just kind of tacking things in place, and I put a piece of metal on there. Because you remember, you could see all these shitty holes before that were half cut because I've joined it together and there, and it looks like a mess. But with a piece of metal, it gives me an idea of where I'm going here. So I'm going to play with this piece. Whoops, I'm going to play with this piece right now and figure this end out over here, and that's what's going on. So I'll get going a bit on that, and away we go. Oh, and I did notch it out around here. I notched out around here because my column, I made sure when I fit this dash, the column was coming here. I want to keep the column in line with the gauge. I want it to look like it was actually supposed to be in there. So, and I left all this, you never know. I might change the way the bracket is now on the tank and come off with something on the dash, I don't know. I'm going to make this dash removable. What we're going to do is we're going to put all the gauges in it, wire it all up. Chris is going to do that for me when the time comes, and we're going to have it so all the gauges are just on one big plug. So you go underneath the dash, unplug the plug, and then just pull the dash out with probably, you know, I'll probably put 6 retainers, 6 bolts in there to hold it in place. Pull your dash out. There's your wiring harness. It's all connected. Nice and simple. Anyway, so let's see. I'm going to play a bit more. When I get a little further along here, I'll continue this video and show you what's going on. Okay, so what I'm doing here next, if you're not familiar with the 51 Ford dash, this was normally a screen, a netting, and they had a trim piece that come around here. Some were painted, some were chrome. Mine's painted. Thank God, because the chrome would be a shit show to try and weld together. Because I have to trim this down. So here is the first piece I put it on. It's matching the curve perfectly, which it should, because I didn't change nothing here. And it comes around. I just had to cut it off for length, because normally it came longer, which is this piece right here. I've cut it off. So, now this is just a couple holes I drilled. Don't pay attention to this. These are the screws I'm using. What I'm going to do is, I drilled the hole a little smaller than where it should be. I'm going to put a different screw in here, and I'm going to countersink them. So that piece just needs 2 screws on. I don't know if you can see. It fits really nice along here. It's a little bit out right there, but when we body work that, because we'll take the trim and try it, we'll body work that, that's all going to be fine. They never fit 100% tight anyway. This is probably pretty factory here because I didn't change anything here. So you can see that is factory. And it comes down with a nice curve. So now I got to make the, oh my god, the phone's ringing here. So now I got to make the one that comes across here next. So that is what I'm on. So we got it here, and I'm cutting it down. What I have to change on the dash, and this is why I didn't weld this solid yet. is if I hold this up in here, you see the nice curve that we have here? This dash should have that curve here. When I changed it, it got more of a point, like a Z, and I don't like that at all. That just sucks. But I've cut this one down. There's the factory screw holes it would have had right there. Cut it down. I'm able to use them factory screw holes. This has got the curve it's supposed to have. Now do you see how far out we are there? Look at that. We're right out. So this is a good thing I didn't weld this, because I'm going to cut this, because I'm going to change this. I want this dash to curve. Some people might cheat and they might just fill that in with body filler and leave. Let me let this go. It's hard to hold all this. And leave. What the fuck? Let's see. Oh my God. There we go. And they might leave this like that. I don't like that. I want it round. Anyway, that's where we're going. I got to get the phone and we'll be back. Okay guys, where we're at is I'm just getting it in. Let me see. We're coming around the back. It might be easier. I'm kind of getting it tacked in place on the original Model A header bar. Now as you can see in the corner, obviously I got to build the dash up there to that. If you look carefully, it's hard to tell here. This is all, I'm not holding the camera still. This is all sitting level. If you can tell in this picture, see how this glove box is a little bit sloped back. I'm not happy with that. So something there, I got to cut something or re-weld something there. I've messed something up there. But I'm not afraid to show that I messed something up. But to this point, from this point here, boom, boom. That's beautiful. It's beautiful. I've got my sheet in there. When I take it off, I'll show you. I cut all that excess crap from out behind out of there. But there's just something right there slightly, so I'm gonna play here, maybe get a better. I don't know if like I said, it's hard to tell. The camera throws you off sometimes too, and it could look perfect. It may look way out, but it's slightly just facing up like that, and I don't like that. I may have to trim a little bit here to get this to sink down where I want it to. That could be the reasoning there. But other than that, I'm super happy with it. Super happy with it. It's gonna look good. So, we'll continue here and keep playing with it a bit. Trust me, that there is more than half the day gone already. I got out here at 10, and it's already like 3. But, normally I head in around 5 or 6, but probably call it 5 tonight. I got to load up my flat deck trailer. I got a truck box I got to take down to the blasters tomorrow. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop and do that right now. I'm going to go load up the trailer, get that on the truck before it gets dark out, and then I'll come back, work on the car for a bit more, and we'll see you in a sec. Alright, well, the day has come to an end. Started at 10 and it is now almost 6. It takes a long time to do this stuff. But I'm having fun, and that's what it's all about. And I'm using what I got around the house and the yard. I'm not out shopping and buying shit to build this car. Well, I'm buying some stuff, but the cool stuff that makes it unique, I'm building with what I got around here. So, who's ready to see the dash? It's not done, a long ways from done, but I kind of got it mocked up in place. Here we go. Boom. Now the glove box is sitting there taped because I can't find the proper screws to hold the door on. I got that leveled out. I got a beautiful, dug through all my stuff because I only had 151 dashboard, but I dug through all my stuff and found a beautiful instrument cluster for it. So what I did here, like I said, it's hard to tell. The camera and the reflection of everything throws everything off. I had to cut a piece out of the dash here to get it to go further down because this glove box was actually sitting up in a bit of an angle. It's hard to see probably here filming it, but it was in an angle. So I cut a little bit of that, and that just brought that down, and now it's sitting good. You know, so still got it. Still, you can see I've left some spots where I haven't welded. Still got to finish it up. We'll look at the cluster here. Oh, let me get in here as if we're going for a cruise. There's our cluster. It's a nice one too. There's a little bit of, you can see a few little fine marks in the lens, but I'm not worried about that. The orange is still good on the needle. You know, the gold right here is looking nice. The chrome will clean right up beautiful. The numbers are still decent. If I remember correctly too, I could be wrong. I can't remember if it was 49 or 50, and I should know because I've had a dozen of these cars. The shoe boxes, I've had a dozen, believe it or not. But one of these lights up green and behind, and the letters all glow green. It's not the bulbs that are green. The bulbs are white. It might be the 51. I could be wrong. Or right. I don't know. But that's there. So what we're going to do is when I get it all finished off, right, I'm going to have headlights here, boom. Because everything before in this car was right here. Look at this, on this toggle thing. Even my signals are down there. Fuck, I don't even remember which one was which. I never used my signals. Just couldn't be bothered. But anyway, so we'll have headlights here where they should be. Boom. We'll have the ignition over here. I'm going to take the Stewart Warner gauges that were originally in this car and use them. So I'm going to go my oil, my volts, and my temperature. And I'm thinking, I don't know for certain, there's enough room where I could cut it here and I could take a face of an old radio from the 50s and put it in there. Not necessarily have it work, but it'd be kind of cool and have it so when I turn the headlights on, the light in behind lights it up. I'm not going to listen to any sound in this car anyway because I just want to hear the exhaust. I want to hear the engine. That's what I want to hear. And if I do want to hear anything, well, I just bring a Bluetooth speaker and just plug it into my bloody phone and away I go. So, but that's it. So, still got it. You can see this is curving up. This is the original dash piece, right? Which I was able to use 4 bolts. I've got the one corner one goes down here and up there. I can get them easily. And then there's one up underneath there. And you can see, like, there's a factory one. I'm not going to be using it. But there's, there's one there, one here, and one here. Well, I'm able to use the middle ones. So I've got right now, I mean, I can't even move that, and I've got 4 bolts holding it. I'm going to be good. I mean, there's really no more weight going on this thing. So we're going to be fine with that. So as you can see, though, I got to build all this. So I haven't finished, I didn't weld all this yet. I got to build this up with the dash here. Just like I do, I got to do it on the other side, too. Got to build this up and come around. All right? And that's it. So, you know, that it's a big job. Like, I'm going to be here next Sunday too. So now you know what you're going to be looking forward to next Sunday. We're going to be back on this dashboard again. So, yeah. I better order me up a glove box liner. And then once you get the dash done, what I got to do is then I got to get in behind, and the gas tank has never been cut out in this car. I got to cut the whole gas tank out so I can get my glove box liner in there, and so I got access to it. But I'm very happy of how it's turning out. Both sides are equal here with this little bit of this showing. I'm just going to let it show. When it's all painted, all one color, right now you got multiple colors going on, things stand out. When it's all one color, especially the dark color I'm going, you're never even going to notice that. I mean, I guess if you got carried away, you could have cut the dash more, brought the dash out so it met here and all that kind of stuff. I mean, you could have, but I'm... You know, that's really getting fussy. I'm not too worried about that. I like it the way it is. I'm quite happy with it. You know, I mean, when the door is closed, whoop-de-ding, you only see this little bit right here because the upholstery, don't forget, the upholstery of the door has got to have room in here too. When you're doing this, you got to leave room for the upholstery. So the upholstery is going to butt up here. So that's the only little spot you're going to see, and you're going to see it on the other side. So that is fine. I'm super happy with how it's coming along. So that's it. That is my Sunday fun day, right? Okay, and of course this is just sitting here. Don't go by that. It's just falling out. I just had it sitting there. I better be careful or I might break it. Anyway, okay guys. Remember, it's always a hell of a good time at Old Time. Thanks for watching. Give me a hell yeah if you like what's going on here. And I'll see you next time.